What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another video. This time it's something a little different. It's for the OG Flix Talk fam, where I used to do a lot of Blu-ray hauls or 4K hauls, basically showing either what I've traded in to get new media either I didn't have or an upgrade or something like that, or just a good sale that I ran across where I just bought a horde of DVDs or Blu-rays at the time in one lump sum, and I wanted to show you guys in a video. So these videos are obviously for the movie collectors, as I do collect media. I know for some it's an interesting and dated concept, as streamer has been taking over the globe in the last 5 to 8 years. But for me, it's more of the tangible, the artwork, the physicality of just being able to reach out and touch something and just have my own personal home library. If my internet ever goes down, if they remove a movie from Netflix, I still have that movie in my collection. So yesterday we did go to the city of Burbank, where we entered Atomic Records, a place that is awesome, fantastic. I had been there before, but on this day I was told that all of the movies are now 50% off the sticker price, which I thought was fantastic because I'm always trying to save on a deal. I will usually only go about $5 to $6 for a Blu-ray if I really want it in my collection. But when this man said they're 50% off, I just started grabbing other ones that I was not really sure about because I just wanted to add them either because they were special to me in some way or I wanted to rewatch them again. Or some I just added because you guys had recommended them and I wanted to give them a first time watch. It doesn't matter that they're on streaming to me. Once again, if I like the movie in the end, I would love to just have it in my collection. So once again, if you guys do enjoy videos like this, please let me know by hitting that big thumbs up to support the channel. Consider subscribing today, where I do more videos like this. I'm going to try to do more videos like this because I used to do a lot more videos like this and most of you guys appreciated them. So let's get into my first pickup. I have about 10 to 12 here. I didn't really count, but this one right here coming up is The Incredibles Part 2. Now this one is because I had seen The Incredibles Part 1, the original The Incredibles, back last year, I believe, and I really love this movie, and a lot of people were telling me, hey, you gotta complete the 2 and check out the second one. So I don't know much about the second one as far as like the villain or the story or whatever. I just know that Jack is involved, our baby superhero. He's right there on the front. I guess he has laser eyes, and he was a kind of cliffhanger in the first movie without getting into spoiler territory in case you haven't seen it, but we're supposed to learn a little more about Jack, I think, a little more implication into this one. So I do have this one on a Blu-ray DVD with the digital code as well, which is probably expired. I forgot to say that. Most of these that have digital codes are probably expired now. Next up is a brand new copy, Gene Hackman in Hoosiers or Hosers. I believe it's Hoosiers. This one, it says the best sports movie ever made. Now, I've been really wanting to watch this for a long time. I don't know why. I think one time we had seen a trailer possibly for it, and I like these Remember the Titan, Coach Carter type-esque movies where the way back, you know, with Ben Affleck, those are a little more rougher. This is PG. So I think, you know, the whole dynamic of teacher pupil movies have always been fantastic for me. You know, that's why I like these type of movies. So this might be a little more toned down. I'm really not sure, but you guys let me know. 1986's Hoosiers, is that a pretty good one? Now, next up, I was told, or at least I read, that this was kind of a fun movie, even though it got really bad reviews in the CGI department. That I don't really care about, but it is another sealed copy. This time it has a slip cover, and I only got it for $2.50. So that's fantastic. Once again, all these were half off the sticker price, and this is Gods of Egypt. Now, I believe this is the one. Let me see if I can focus in a little bit because that's beautiful artwork. I don't care how CGI heavy this is. If the cover catches me sometimes, I'll just get it. I believe people were telling me this is the first time Chadwick Boseman was introduced in a film, and he's not even on the cover, not on the back, but I believe on the IMDb credits it said that he has a part in this movie. So I just sometimes love these mystical sci-fi, just fantasy type movies that could be possibly rooted a little bit in, you know, Greek mythology or whatever have you. It does have Gerard Butler, so that's cool. I do love me some Gerard Butler, but once again, sealed copy, only $2.50. Love that. Let me know if you guys liked Gods of Egypt. All right, now next up is a movie that I already had on DVD, but this will be an upgrade because I still have not seen it, and it's a sealed copy once again for $2.50. We're talking The Amazing Spider-Man right there. Now, this is the one with Andrew Garfield, and obviously started making more waves as the last Spider-Man movie did come out, No Way Home, where we introduced, you know, the 3 Spider-Mans. I don't want to get too much into spoiler territory if you guys haven't seen that, but it was pretty apparent with the marketing that we were getting the Toby, we're getting the Tom Holland, and we're getting the Andrew Garfield, which I never saw. Never, ever, ever saw. I do know in the second one, I believe Electro, which was Jamie Foxx's character, that one didn't do too well, but I never saw the first one. And this is one of those thicker DVD Blu-rays. Have you guys ever seen this where it almost looks like a PS3 or PS4 you know, cartridge case or whatever? But either way, it's sealed. I want to see what this one's about, as it does have Emma Stone, as she's not playing there's a sticker right here, but she's not playing MJ. She's playing someone else. I don't know. I don't really know too much of a lot of the side characters and whatnot, but you guys let me know. The Amazing Spider-Man, is that a good, fun one to watch? Maybe we can watch for the channel. Next up, now I think this one's going to be a very, very fun one that I do want to watch for the channel. Not a sealed copy, but it does have a slipcover. Also $250. We're talking about Detective Pikachu. Now, a lot of people told me that when they saw this, they had a very good fun time with this movie, even though, you know, it wasn't for everybody. And I never grew up on Pokemon. I mean, I grew up in the time of Pokemon, but I never played any of the cards, didn't play any of the video games. None of that stuff was really appealing to me. But when I did see some of the trailers, and knowing that I believe the voice of Pikachu was voiced by Ryan Reynolds, Detective Pikachu, actually. So yeah, there's him with the little hat right there saying Pika Pika. These are cute characters. Justice Smith, I've seen him in a couple of movies. I like Justice Smith. I just want to see what this movie's about, what all the hype is about, kind of, and then just kind of go from there. And you know, if I like it, I like it. If not, I mean, it's a beautiful artwork, you know, slipcover and whatnot. Now, next up is a movie that I've seen 1,000 freaking times, but I never had it in my collection because I could never find this movie for cheap. For some reason, this movie was always going for like $8 plus. But to most of you guys, that might not be much, but I'm trying to build a collection here on a budget. And I got this once again for $250. I would always find the sequel too, the Christmas sequel, but I'm talking about the original, Bad Moms. Let me know if you guys have seen this one. This is one of the funnier comedies in the last 10 years for me. Like, I can watch this through and through. We got Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell. I mean, 2 characters that you don't expect to be raunchy or just get wild. Catherine Hahn, yeah, obviously. I mean, you can tell. She just has that look where I'm going to get crazy, get wild. And then, of course, the moms down here. I believe Jada Pinkett Smith, and then also what is her name? I totally forgot. Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate is fantastic in this as well. She's kind of like this group down here is kind of like the mean girls, you know. And then these are the moms that are just, you know, trying to get their kids through school and whatnot, but they let loose and they have to unlock their revenge side. So it's them versus them, and it's a pretty funny movie. Kind of an original concept too, if I'm being completely honest, where I haven't seen too many movies that are like this. But if you like that vein of the Seth Rogen type of comedy, I think you guys are gonna like this. This was around the year, I want to say 2011, 2012. I could be completely wrong about that. Okay, 2016. So around, you know, the mid 2010s, this was a fun one. This is kind of when comedy started changing a little bit. They were getting less raunchy, but if you guys do like those raunchy comedies, definitely check out Bad Mom. Now, the next one was a complete blind buy, and it was a little pricier. They were aiming for $10, but when I found out that I could get it for $5, I was like, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. It's one that my dad used to watch, but he never showed me. He showed me the original, but he watched the sequels, and for some reason, I never got to watch the sequels when I was a kid. And it's one of my favorite underrated horror characters, guys. I'm talking about Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. Now, this is the sequel. This is not the third one. There is 3 in the trilogy, and I hear that the sequels are either hit or miss. I was even looking this one up on IMDb while I was there at Atomic Records, and a lot of the reviewers were saying underrated sequel, underrated sequel. That's what I kept seeing. Underrated sequel, but it got bad reviews with the critics. So you guys let me know. This is a Scream Factory, Shout Factory release. So to get this for $5 is amazing. Those releases usually go for minimum $15. Sometimes they go all the way up to 30, 35, depending on, you know, if they're out of print or whatever. But you guys let me know. Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. I love this character. The next one is a very, very exciting buy for me, as I picked it up, put it back down because I thought it was just a Blu-ray steelbook. But no. We're talking about the Best Buy exclusive. This is the Infinity War 4K steelbook, and I don't think that this guy knew that this was a 4K inside. Let me hide the code really quick. even though I don't think it's even active. But I had to open it up. I go, yeah, that's a 4K, dude. That is the 4K right there. So I thought that was super, super cool because, believe it or not, this is I have the second one in my collection, which is also the Steelbook I got, but I never had the Infinity War one in my collection. So I think that's awesome. Great artwork right here. Yeah, I mean, what more can you say about Avengers Infinity War? Avengers Infinity War and Endgame are like the magnum opus for Marvel, and then obviously a lot of people were like, that kind of changed. A lot of people are saying that phase 5 is really slowing down, or phase 4 and phase 5 are really kind of just a letdown. And I haven't been following any of the new movies like Quantum Mania or any of that, so I can't really comment on that at all. But for $5 I got that Steelbook, and it's a Best Buy exclusive. If you look online, eBay's selling it for $30 plus. All right, next up in the Marvel category, and this is a sealed one. I'm probably going to get clowned for this one, but for $3, I wanted to add it to my collection because this is one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. We're talking about X-Men Origins Wolverine, dubbed one of the worst superhero movies probably of all time in most people's top list. I don't care. I love this character. The characters were fine for the most part. It was the execution of the movie, from what I remember, it not being the greatest. It does have Sabretooth from what I remember, and this has a very, very beta Deadpool, a very, very beta Deadpool that they switched around a lot that I thought was so damn funny. Do you guys remember all the leaks, the green screen leaks where it wasn't done at all, and the movie just got leaked online? Scenes of the movie, actually the whole movie got leaked online, and it was unfinished, and it looked like complete garbage. And I just really want to watch this again, just to see how bad it was, because I remember watching this back in oh gosh, when the heck was this? 2009. Okay, so we're talking about right on the cusp of all the Marvel Studio stuff, and just see if it was as bad as it was. But I mean, for $3, sealed Blu-ray, that's a cool cover too, by the way. I mean, I love this character. I don't care. I love this character to death. All right, now next up, it was another movie that I had put back because I thought it was too much at the time. It was $9, came out to half that, right? So I did pick it up because a lot of people have been telling me, have I seen this one? Have I seen this one? Have I seen this one? I have not, but now I can watch it. Finally, I will be watching it for the channel because I love Anya Taylor-Joy. She's like on the, I've been saying this for the last 4 years. Anya Taylor-Joy is gonna have this boom, and she did, and I'm so happy for her. I'm talking about The Witch. I don't know if this is a prominent director that did this at all, but I know that either a lot of people love this movie or they hate it. I know there's a 4K that just came out, I believe, or it's coming out. I think it just came out. This is 2015. I heard this is a very, very slow burn horror picture, and I kind of like that I know what I'm in for, so I don't judge it too much. But I hear so many things about this one, man. I mean, this won Best Director at the Sundance. You guys let me know. The Witch, what do you rate it out of 5? I need to know your honest comments about this before I go into it. Please, no spoilers, but I've always wanted to see that one. Now I can. Now, the next one is a movie I have seen. I thought it was a little, maybe not overpriced, but it's kind of priced the same as The Witch, $9, but I could get it for half that. It's a classic movie. It is a classic movie, and I've only seen it once, and I can't wait to rewatch it. I don't have it in my collection. It is The Lost Boys. A lot of people say that this is like one of the best vampire movies of all time. I'll have to rewatch it. It's in really good condition, it looks like. Nothing too flashy, just like a reprint, you know, no slipcover, none of that stuff. I believe it's from mid 80s, I want to say. I could be complete. 87. Okay, so I remember this being a very, you know, edgier, hip type of a vampire take type of movie. And I'm not the biggest vampire guy, you know. I love movies like Blade, where it's like more of a vampire hunter movie. But you know, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, stuff like that doesn't really tickle my fancy too much. But movies like this, I remember really enjoying it because it was almost like a teenage angst type of thing. Fright Night I really enjoyed. So if there's like a different take on it and it's more of like a coming of age, you know, at least like where teenagers are involved or something, I might enjoy it. So I'm gonna have to give The Lost Boys a watch. That might be good for an actual watch along, you know, here on the channel soon. And last but not least, guys, I had to add it. I had it on DVD because I found it at the thrift store for super cheap. But this one, $3. So this is the Blu-ray upgrade. You guys might be clowning on me for this one, but I have to complete this series. I have to complete this series. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. Now, a lot of people dub this as the worst in this series so far, and based on the trailer, based on some of the clips that I've seen, it definitely looks like it. I think it's because they waited too far between the third movie, which I'm already drawing a blank. I know it's Raiders. Okay, I had to look it up because I'm drawing a blank right there. So Raiders was 1981, Temple of Doom was 84, which is my favorite, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 89. That's a very, very good one as well. So 2008 is this one here, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and then 2023, this year, we have coming out the Dial of Destiny, I believe is what it said. The Dial of Destiny. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Harrison Ford, man. I mean, he's in his 70s. I don't know, man. This one, I don't know. All I can say is I don't know how this is gonna go. A lot of people really rank this one lower, but it's like when you're holding it so high in regards to the 80s ones, and I mean from 80s to 2008. That is such a gap to be going on with these expedition action movies, but the content nature of it is so fascinating to me. That's what keeps me watching these movies. These are the best Steven Spielberg like adventure movies I've ever seen. So I'm gonna complete it. Well, at least I'm gonna catch up to the fifth one coming out very, very soon. And yeah, so those are my picks, guys. Let me know if you've seen any of those. Should I avoid any of them? I mean, some of them I've seen already, but like the Wolverine one, I know it's a bad movie. So those are my picks. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you guys did appreciate it, please hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing today for more. Jump in a live chat as I do live streams Mondays, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Saturday mornings. You guys just look for those scheduled thumbnails. Click notify me. Boom, you're in the chat, guys. We're talking movies. All right, guys. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.